Hi everyone, this is Cheryl and welcome to my sewing room. I went shopping the day before Thanksgiving and I was at Kohl's and I wandered into the towel section and I found these beautiful Christmas towels for your kitchen on sale and I couldn't resist the bargain. This package has your red, green, white plaid. This package has gingerbread cookies and also plain red towels. These were just screaming at me to buy them, so I'm going to show you how to put a really cute border on this gingerbread cookie kitchen towel. So let's get started sewing. First step is to use a seam ripper and pull the stitches out and remove the hem. Then give it a good pressing to flatten it out. Measure from this bottom corner to here. Mine measures 16 3/4. But if I come up here about 4 inches or so, because my border is going to fit down here, it narrows in a little bit. So cut your fabric whatever is the widest width. Based on the measurements of my towel, I'm going to cut 2 strips of red fabric that is 17.5 inches long by 4.5 inches wide. For the ruffle, I'm going to cut out a green piece of fabric that is 3 1/4 inches by 27 inches. The 27 is based upon about 1.5 times the width of your towel. Also cut out a piece of brown fabric for the ruffle that is 2 1/4 inches by 27 inches. You'll also need a package of rickrack. This is white. It's 1/2 inch wide rickrack. There's 2.5 yards in this, so you have enough to do 2 towels with just this one package. On both of your red fabrics, fold over one edge 1/4 inch, then press. Remember, you're doing it on both red fabrics. Then take one of the red fabrics and leave the folded edge up here and lay it down even with the lower edge down here. Have a little bit of the fabric extending out past each edge. Now remember, my towel was not even, so I need to mark where I'm going to stitch. So I'm going to go a little ways out from the edge of the towel and put a mark there, and then up here, and go over to the other side, do the same thing, and then up here. You only need to do it on one piece. Then take both of your red strips and bring front sides together. Let me flip this over. Pin them, and then you're going to stitch a straight line going from this mark to this mark and do the same thing on this end. To make the ruffle, place your brown strip over your green strip and bring the raw edges together and stitch 1/4 inch along this edge. At your ironing board, press the back side of the fabric all the way across. Then unfold and press on the top. And you're going to press this seam towards the brown fabric. Then bring this edge up to the edge of the green fabric up here. And you're going to stitch 1/4 inch along here, like I've done on this one. After you've stitched your sides, then turn your ruffle front side out and keep it folded. Keep the brown fabric up against the edge of the green fabric up here and press it all the way across. So you're going to have about 1/2 inch of green showing at the bottom. Now you're going to gather this top edge here of your ruffle. And so put on your ruffle foot on your sewing machine. It's a little foot that looks something like this. It's kind of a stubby, thick-looking foot. If you're not sure how to use your ruffle foot, then click on the link in the upper right-hand corner, and it will take you to a video to give you detailed instructions on how to use it. If you do not have a ruffle foot, then take a needle and thread, put a knot at one end, and begin doing just a simple basting stitch, about 1/8 of an inch from this upper edge here all the way across. When you get to the end, you just pull on the thread, pushing against the fabric to begin gathering it up. Take your ruffle and place it on top and make sure that it's going to fit inside of this. If it's too long or too short, for instance, if it's too short, you need to lengthen it out. Just push your ruffles towards the edge of your ruffle edge there. Or if it's not tight enough, just take a hold of the top thread and begin to push it in. Open up the lower edge of the red fabric, where it's the raw edge, not the folded edge, and place your ruffle inside and evenly spread the ruffles out, and then pin it down. So pin it all the way across. Then stitch, I would suggest about 3/8 of an inch, because you want to make sure that thread is covered up that's making your ruffle stitches, and then do that all the way across. After you've stitched your ruffle on, turn this border piece front side out, then insert the lower edge of your towel inside, and then spread the towel out across there and place pins to hold. As you're pinning the border on, to make sure that you have the back side of this border even with this side, take a pin and stick it through the upper edge of the border and poke it all the way through and see if it catches this edge on the back side. If it doesn't, then pull it up a little bit so that you catch it. Then after you've got it all pinned on, then go ahead and stitch close to this edge all the way across. Place the rickrack over the upper edge of the border. On the back at each end, you will fold the very end of the rickrack and place it there. And then from the front side, go ahead and stitch right down the center of the rickrack all the way across. Well, here it is. It's all done, and I think it turned out just great. It's very festive, and I really love that gingerbread fabric. Now, if you like this video, click on thumbs up, and then click on share to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then click on that red button down there in the lower right hand corner. Enter your email address and click on the little bell so you receive future email notifications about my latest videos. I'm Cheryl. So glad you came to my sewing room. See you next time. Bye for now, and don't forget, happy sewing!